The idea, insight, or sales secret you need for massive impact is just moments away. It's time to get more clients. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Get More Clients. I'm your host, Lynn Whitbeck. Business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to ignite winning sales because most fail to connect, capture, and close their ideal clients. The mission of this show is to share Fortune 500 sales secrets to help you open the vault to your greater business success. There are so many examples of how limiting beliefs hold us back in our careers and in closing sales. Once upon a time, one of the things I loathed, dreaded, was attending networking events. Yep, me. You know, those awkward gatherings where I either knew no one or worse, only knew a few people. My social anxiety would skyrocket and I would cling to the nearest familiar face, like they were the last lifeboat on a sinking ship. I avoided these events like they were trying to sell me extended car insurance. Ugh, if I had to go, it was only under the condition that I could drag along a trusty sidekick. And I stayed glued to their side, moving as a unit like a two-person conga line of discomfort. What I didn't realize back then was that my own limiting belief, this deep need for approval, was doing a fabulous job of sabotaging my potential. Because here's the truth. Networking is the lifeblood of fresh opportunities. It's the oxygen for your professional life, whether you like it or not. Now, my sales were terrific. They were rock solid. But let's be honest, I was holding myself back. Imagine the level I could have reached back in the day if I hadn't been hiding behind my networking buddy. Then one day, my whole attitude toward these dreaded events changed in just 1 hour. Yep, 60 minutes, but not the TV show, but in 60 minutes, and bam, it was like being struck by lightning, but the good kind. Like you're about to win big, that lottery zap, right? I was open to this transformation because I'd already embraced the idea of continuous improvement. And it's amazing what a mind shift can do. You start saying things like growth, expansion, improvement. And suddenly you're signing up for webinars on a Tuesday night. So here's what went down. It was the kickoff session at a conference led by the brilliant Deborah Fine, author of The Fine Art of Small Talk. Deborah, bless her, started by sharing her own story of hating these kind of events, how she'd hide in corners or behind a colleague. And as she talked, it was like she had tapped into my brain and was narrating my life story. Deborah realized she needed to change. And as she walked us through her journey, I saw myself. I realized how much I wanted to stop letting fear drive the car. So I threw caution to the wind. Well, more like a gentle toss, and decided to put her strategies into action right then and there. For the rest of the conference, I was like a networking ninja, practicing every tip she had shared. And you know what? My conference experience was amazing. People, it turns out, are not as terrifying as I had imagined. Who knew? Ever since that life-changing session with Deborah Fine, I actually look forward to business events. Yep, me, the former wallflower, now eagerly anticipates conferences, networking events, summits, whatever it happens to be, the local chamber get together. And I'm not just attending, I'm enjoying them. Imagine that. Who knew that a little tweak in mindset and some killer small talk tips could turn my worst nightmare into something I genuinely enjoy? It was, without exaggeration, life-changing. I passionately recommend the fine art of small talk for anyone who wants to stop being a wallflower and join in. That's my story on how a self-imposed limiting belief held me back. What's yours? Let's sit with that for a moment. What's holding you back from making new connections, building rapport, following up, asking for the sale, and getting more clients? Last week, I shared imposter syndrome, be gone, how to confidently show up in sales. Today, I'll be discussing what's holding you back. Leverage affirmations to reach new levels. Self-limiting beliefs surround sales and our abilities to get more clients, such as sales is sleazy. I feel uncomfortable asking for the sale. Or you need to use manipulation to close the sale. These are all false, downright false. And they're all self-limiting beliefs. By the end of today's show, you're going to know how to use time travel to reveal your self-limiting beliefs. Master 6 techniques to overcome your self-limiting beliefs, and why the power of affirmations will help you change and formulate new beliefs. Most limiting beliefs are subconscious, so they may take some time to come out into the open and then to work at uncovering them, right? To bring them up to the surface. Self-limiting beliefs show up in all kinds of sales activities, such as follow-up and asking for the sale. All right, let's talk about revealing our self-limiting beliefs. You know, they're formed early in life. An excellent exercise to reveal your self-limiting beliefs is time travel. And I'm not talking about one of the movies like with Malcolm McDowell. No, let's, or the book by George. So let's take that off the table. Let me walk you through the time travel discovery process. First, you're going to go into a place where you can have at least 30 minutes, if not an hour, but at least 30 minutes to really sit with yourself. And you don't have to be sitting. You could be kayaking. You could be walking through a wooded trail. But you're going to have the space to really focus on your mind and your internal thoughts and your feelings. Now that you're in this perfect place, you're going to describe your upbringing. So, what were your parents or caregivers like? Their values, beliefs. What did they teach you about the world? So, process that. Really go through that in your mind. Second, what about your wider environment, like school, extended family, local community? For me, it was the Girl Scouts. It could be your church or other institutions. What did they teach you about yourself? And third, I can't get my 3 fingers up. As you grew older, Which of these early lessons did you react most strongly against? What did you learn about yourself that contradicted what you'd been taught? Now, these are just some questions to get you started. The idea is to get a clear picture of the environment you grew up in and how it shaped your belief formation. Now you want to write your thoughts as they emerge during this exercise. Now you can do this on your iPhone, on a tablet, on a piece of paper. Okay. So I guess if you're out there in a kayak, you're going to need some write in the rain paper to be able to do that. But it's important because this exercise helps uncover self-limiting beliefs by exploring the origins of your thought patterns and how they were shaped by your early experiences. By tracing the origins of your belief, it becomes easier to see them as conditioned patterns rather than truths. This clarity can motivate change and growth for you, empowering you to rewrite those limiting beliefs into more supportive, expansive beliefs. Just like mine, that hang up I had about needing approval. So, how do you overcome those self-limiting beliefs? So, once you've identified your limiting beliefs, I've given you my example. In most cases, of course, you want to overcome them. And there are 6 techniques you will find helpful. Now, first of all, don't try to do all 6 at once. If you've got okay, or if you have more than one self-limiting beliefs, focus on one that you want to work on. Sometimes it can be either the smallest or the biggest or somewhere in between, but one that you really want to change. Work on that. Okay. It's like eating a meal, one bite at a time. So now these 6 techniques, you can use these in combination with one another. Okay. So let's walk through them. One is understanding their purpose, the purpose of those self-limiting beliefs, right? So these could be fear-based, something that, once again, you learned and it was part of your belief system, but understanding their purpose. Questioning the limiting beliefs. You have to question that belief. Laugh at them. Oh, one of my favorites. Formulating new beliefs. Retraining your brain, and finding inspiration. So these 6, we're going to walk through them now one by one, understanding their purpose. All beliefs have a purpose, and usually that purpose is connected to keeping us safe. Now, this could manifest as protecting us from pain or another negative outcome, such as approval. I need approval, and I won't get the approval. And that is a classic example in sales. And it's a human desire to have that approval. Most salespeople tend to crave approval. And as an example, the purpose behind the belief that networking events are a waste of time, that's me, not reality. It could be protecting us from the pain of being the wallflower in the room, of not having anyone want to talk to us or interact with us. So let's be honest. The purpose may be very misguided. However, it's there. It's real. Understanding the purpose lessens the power of the self-limiting beliefs, allowing you to break it down. And that's like why the time travel is so important, because then you can find out where and how this belief was formed. Now, number 2 is questioning the limiting belief. So once you've identified it, there are all kinds of different limiting beliefs. Another one that I still occasionally struggle with is perfectionism. Okay. And perfectionism impacts lots of people. And one of the things that I do is I ask myself what the outcome would be if I went ahead and there was a tiny flaw. Is that the worst thing that could happen to me? Is it worse than the outcome of doing nothing? Does perfectionism lead to more positive or negative results? So this is a scenario you can go through in your own mind if this is something that impacts you. The very process of overtly questioning your limiting beliefs are helpful by reducing their power. When you question your things, you open yourself up for new ideas, new concepts, new facts and figures. So reduce their power and question them. Number 3 is laughing at them. Oh my goodness. I am a laugher. I am always very cheerful, but humor can be an effective unblocking tool. It's hard for something to have power over you when you're laughing at it. Make jokes out of your limiting beliefs. Take them to extremes and come up with absurd scenarios that make you laugh, or at least not take yourself and your beliefs so seriously. It's just going to lighten your soul. Laughter transforms your entire body language, your thought process, your stress levels. It's an amazing tool to use and technique. Now, number 4, formulating new beliefs. To break the power of your old beliefs, you need to replace them with new ones. It's like a vacuum. You got to fill the hole. You need to believe in something to make sense of the world and give yourself a stable foundation for navigating it. For each of the limiting beliefs that you've identified, turn it around and formulate a new belief that's more in line with your values and that will support you in achieving your goals. Now, I've got an example. Instead of, we're going to go with perfectionism here, I always have to do everything perfectly. You could say, I'm okay with small imperfections as long as I'm doing what's important to me. All right, number 5, retraining your brain. There are 3 tools I use to retrain my brain, and they're the ones I'm going to go over. And these 3 are affirmations, a physical object, and support practice. What's cool about these 3 is you can combine them, all 3, into one powerful super tool. So this is about the power of affirmations. That's what the topic is for the show, how to use them and leverage them. An affirmation is a simple but powerful statement that helps to strengthen the connection between your subconscious and conscious mind. Affirmations can significantly enhance your sales by helping you reprogram your mindset, boost confidence, and shift your focus to your clients. Here's how you retrain your brain by combining these 3 tools: affirmations, a physical object, and support practice. Now, going back to my perfectionism example, you're going to create an affirmation. It could be, when things don't go as planned, I will adjust my expectations to focus on progress, not perfection. Right, that's an affirmation. When things don't go as planned, I will adjust my expectation to focus on progress, not perfection. Next, we're going to add a physical object. And perhaps in this case, it's a small rose quartz carved heart. Really easy to find those. And it's something you can hold in your hand, that you can carry with you at all times. Next is a support practice. This is how that would work. Every morning, you hold the heart in your hand and you say your affirmation out loud. Really recommend that you do this as soon as you wake up, even before that first cup of coffee. Hold that heart in your hand, or whatever the object is. It could be a special stone. It could be anything that means something to you. And say your affirmation out loud. Now you're going to carry that heart with you. And during the day, you can hold that heart at any time to remind you of your affirmation. You're going to practice your affirmation to recognize when things aren't perfect. Oh, okay. That's okay. It's not perfect, but I'm making progress. And you're going to accept that it's good enough. A good rule is to practice your affirmation out loud every morning, as I said, before you even have your coffee, for 21 days. So there are many studies and they suggest all kinds of different days, but 21 days is a good amount of time for us humans to shift our thought patterns and begin to rewrite our neurological pathways to retrain our brain. This isn't going to work if you just do it 1 or 2 times. You're going to need to stick with it. And then all of a sudden, you've already adopted that new thought process, and you can move on to the next area of improvement that you want to embrace. Now, I have 3 affirmations that you can use or modify to improve your sales. All right. To build your confidence. I am confident in my ability to provide value to my clients. Let me hit that from the top. I am confident in my ability to provide value to my clients. Another affirmation about that sales success is to shift your focus to your clients. I focus on serving my clients' needs and helping them succeed. Because remember, it's not about you, it's about your clients. It's about your prospects and clients. Ooh, another good one. The fear of rejection. Oh my goodness gracious. To overcome the fear of rejection, I have a great affirmation you can use. Every no brings me closer to a yes. Every no brings me closer to a yes. Now, these 3 affirmations serve as powerful tools, and all affirmations, whichever one works best for you, to reshape your mindset and overcome the mental barriers that hold you back in sales. By regularly affirming your confidence, commitment to your client's success, and ability to learn and grow, you transform your approach to sales. As a result, you'll experience greater ease in building relationships, asking for the sale, and closing deals. The shift in your mindset will directly translate into better sales outcomes and long-term success. Now, I told you there were 6 techniques. I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't covered number 6 yet. Woohoo! That is the number 6 technique to overcome self-limiting beliefs is finding inspiration. There are sources of information all around us. These include people in business or life who embody the new beliefs that you are working on formulating. It could be family, friends, peers, music, reading, quotes, images, or a business mentor. There's so many things that can provide that inspiration. People who inspire you, follow them. Read their books or read about them. Use inspirational quotes and images and place them where you can see them every day. I actually have this whole little wall of things that I use, right? I love it. I'm looking at one right now. And we've actually created 3 wonderful playlists on Spotify to serve up a heaping helping of inspiration. And they are Perfect Imperfections, Embracing Success, and Indispensable. And the links are going to be in the show notes below. So check those out. They're perfect to inspire you to move past your self-limiting beliefs. Because at the end of the day, self-limiting beliefs can have a profound impact and effect on your sales success and your life. In sales, they show up in procrastination, avoidance, undervaluing yourself, or hesitation to fully engage with your prospects and clients. Overcoming these beliefs requires commitment, self-reflection, and practice. When you open the door to your journey, you will gain a more empowered, authentic, and successful sales approach. What was your biggest takeaway from this episode? I would love to hear about it. It's important to support the things you love. And if you loved this episode, a 5-star review really helps keep the show coming to you regularly. Also, if you want to get more sales strategies to grow your business, make sure you subscribe right now. Today, I explored what's holding you back. Leverage affirmations to reach new levels. The key is for you to implement these steps to stop wasting your time, energy, and resources. If you want to get results even faster, I invite you to download my sales strategy checklist at petitetoqueen.com/checklist. Next week on Get More Clients, I'll be sharing what is worthy intent and how does it build strong relationships. My goodness, that is one of my favorite topics, along with affirmations. I am excited to see you then. This has been Lynn Whitbeck, host of Get More Clients. I'll see you next week.